Launch, the blueprint for building a profit-focused partnership program in 90 days. Written by Mark Brigman, PhD, founder and CEO of Partnernomics. Narrated by Matthew Longmire. Chapter 2. Defining Your Ideal Customer Profile, ICP. There is only one boss, the customer, and they can fire everybody in the company from the chairman on down simply by spending their money somewhere else. Sam Walton. Revenue growth starts with a simple truth that most executives overlook. You cannot build successful partnerships until you know exactly who you serve best. Companies waste months chasing the wrong partners because they never took the time to define their most profitable customers with precision. They sign partnership agreements with organizations that sound impressive but serve completely different market segments. They wonder why their partnership programs fail to generate meaningful revenue while their competitors seem to attract high-performing partners who deliver consistent results effortlessly. The difference between partnership success and partnership failure begins with customer clarity. Your ideal customer profile serves as the foundation that determines which partners to pursue, which partnerships to avoid, and which relationships will generate the highest returns on your investment of time and resources. Most business leaders think they understand their customers, but when pressed for specific details about firmographic, demographic, and psychographic characteristics, they provide vague generalizations rather than precise profiles. This lack of clarity leads to partnership programs that attract the wrong partners, target the wrong prospects, and yield disappointing results, thereby reinforcing skepticism about indirect sales approaches. Your ideal customer profile must detail the core characteristics of companies that generate the highest profits with the lowest acquisition costs. This information directly informs every subsequent decision in your partnership program, from identifying target partners to structuring partnership agreements to measuring program success. The foundation of every profitable partnership. Every successful business follows a fundamental sequence: identifying ideal customers, developing solutions that serve them exceptionally well, and building go-to-market strategies that efficiently reach them with compelling value propositions. Companies that skip the first step or execute it poorly struggle with every subsequent step because they lack the clarity required to make sound strategic decisions. Your partnership program cannot succeed without a crystal clear definition of your ideal customers, because partnerships exist to help you reach them more efficiently than direct sales approaches do. Partners need to understand exactly who you serve so they can identify qualified referral opportunities within their existing customer base and prospect pipeline. The fastest way to generate new revenue is to leverage the trusted relationships that exist with your ideal customer profile. These relationships represent years of investment in trust building, problem solving, and value delivery that cannot be replicated through cold outreach or advertising campaigns. When you identify partners who serve your ideal customers in complementary ways, you gain access to warm introductions rather than relying on expensive cold prospecting. Most companies serve multiple customer segments with different products and services, but they make the mistake of trying to build partnership programs that serve all segments simultaneously. This approach dilutes focus and creates confusion for potential partners who cannot clearly understand your value proposition, making it difficult for them to make effective referrals. Your partnership program should focus initially on your single most profitable customer segment. Once you achieve success with one segment, you can expand to additional segments using the same methodology. This focused approach ensures that your partners understand exactly who to refer and why those referrals will benefit from your solutions. Companies that invest time in defining their ideal customer profile with precision build partnership programs that attract high-quality partners, generate qualified referrals, and produce predictable revenue growth. Companies that skip this foundational step build partnership programs that consume resources without delivering proportional results. Firmographics, demographics, and psychographics. Your ideal customer profile consists of two distinct yet related components that work together to create a comprehensive picture of your ideal customers. Customer profiles contain firmographic data that describes companies, while customer personas contain demographic and psychographic data that represent the people within those companies who make purchasing decisions. Understanding this distinction prevents the confusion that undermines many partnership programs. Your partners need both types of information to identify qualified referral opportunities effectively. They need to know which kinds of companies to target and which individuals within those companies to approach. Firmographic characteristics describe the structural attributes of organizations that buy your solutions. These include industry classification, annual revenue ranges, number of employees, geographic location, company age, ownership structure, and business model. Firmographic data helps partners identify which companies in their network match your ideal customer profile. Industry classification is vital because companies within the same industry face similar challenges, operate under similar regulations, and follow identical purchasing processes. For example, a software solution designed for healthcare organizations requires partners who understand HIPAA compliance, electronic health records, and patient privacy concerns. These partners would not be effective at selling the same solution to manufacturing companies facing entirely different operational challenges. Annual revenue ranges indicate the financial capacity of prospects to invest in your solutions and the complexity of their decision-making processes. Companies with $5 million in annual revenue make purchasing decisions differently from companies with $500 million in annual revenue. Your partners need to understand these differences to approach prospects appropriately. The number of employees correlates with organizational complexity, decision-making processes, and the requirements for implementation. A solution that works perfectly for companies with 25 employees may not be a fit for companies with 500 or 5,000 employees. Partners who understand these distinctions make better referrals and set more accurate expectations. Geographic location affects everything from sales tax requirements to service delivery logistics to competitive landscape. Partners need to understand whether your solutions work best for local, regional, national, or international companies so they can focus their referral efforts appropriately. Company age and ownership structure influence risk tolerance, decision-making speed, and budget allocation processes. Startup companies make decisions more quickly but often have limited budgets. Established public companies have larger budgets but longer decision cycles. Private equity-owned companies focus on different metrics than family-owned businesses. Demographic characteristics describe the people within target companies who influence or make purchasing decisions. These include job titles, reporting relationships, years of experience, educational background, and decision-making authority. Demographic data helps partners identify the right people to approach within target companies. Job titles indicate functional responsibility and decision-making authority. However, the same title can have different meanings at different companies. For example, a chief technology officer at a 40-person company has different responsibilities than a chief technology officer at a 4,000-employee company. Your partners need to understand these nuances to approach prospects effectively. Reporting relationships reveal the organizational dynamics that influence purchasing decisions. Someone who reports directly to the CEO has different priorities and constraints than someone who reports to a department head, who in turn reports to a division president, who ultimately reports to the CEO. Understanding these relationships helps partners navigate complex sales processes. Years of experience affect risk tolerance, vendor preferences, and evaluation criteria. Executives with 20 years of experience approach new solutions differently than executives with 5 years of experience. Partners who understand these differences can tailor their approach accordingly. Psychographic characteristics describe the attitudes, motivations, and behavioral patterns of decision makers within target companies. These include risk tolerance, innovation orientation, decision making style, communication preferences, and success metrics. Psychographic data helps partners understand how to present their solutions in ways that resonate with prospect priorities. Risk tolerance determines how prospects evaluate new solutions and what types of proof they require before making purchasing decisions. Risk-averse executives want extensive references, detailed case studies, and comprehensive guarantees. Risk-tolerant executives are willing to try innovative solutions with less extensive validation. Innovation orientation affects how prospects respond to new approaches versus established methodologies. Early adopters actively seek cutting-edge solutions that provide competitive advantages. Late adopters prefer proven solutions with extensive track records and widespread market acceptance. Decision-making style influences the duration of the sales process and the types of information prospects need to make purchasing decisions. Analytical decision-makers want detailed specifications, comparison charts, and quantitative justifications. Intuitive decision-makers rely more on recommendations, relationships, and qualitative benefits. Communication preferences determine the most effective ways for partners to engage with prospects. Some executives prefer phone calls, others prefer emails, and still others prefer face-to-face meetings. Some people want detailed presentations, while others prefer brief summaries. Partners who understand these preferences can adapt their approach for maximum effectiveness. How to reverse engineer your ICP. The most accurate way to define your ideal customer profile is to analyze your existing customer base rather than making assumptions about who you think you should serve. Your current customers provide real-world data about the types of companies and people who benefit most from your solutions and generate the highest profits for your business. This reverse engineering process involves 4 systematic steps that transform your customer data into actionable insights for partnership development and growth. Each step builds upon the previous step to create increasingly detailed and useful customer profiles. Step 1 requires you to identify your company's top 20 to 30 customers based on objective criteria such as total revenue generated, profit margins achieved, payment history, and relationship longevity. These customers represent your most successful relationships and exemplify the best characteristics of an ideal customer. Focus on customers who generate the highest lifetime value rather than the largest individual transactions. A customer who purchases $50,000 worth of solutions over 3 years with minimal support requirements is more valuable than a customer who purchases $60,000 in year 1 but requires extensive support, generates frequent service issues, and never purchases another solution from your company. Consider payment history and relationship quality in addition to revenue metrics. Customers who pay invoices promptly, provide positive references, and maintain professional relationships are more valuable than customers who generate higher revenue but create operational challenges or payment delays. Step 2 involves listing the core solutions your company offers, organized by product lines, service categories, or market segments. Most companies offer multiple solutions that serve different customer needs or market segments. Each solution may attract different types of customers with distinct characteristics. Be specific about solution definitions to avoid creating customer profiles that are too broad to be useful. For example, instead of listing consulting services, specify operational efficiency consulting for manufacturing companies or digital transformation consulting for healthcare organizations. This specificity will help you create more targeted customer profiles. Step 3 links your top customers to the specific solutions they purchase from your company. This analysis reveals patterns regarding which type of customers purchase which type of solutions, helping you understand the relationship between customer characteristics and solution preferences. Some customers may purchase multiple solutions, which provides additional data about cross-selling opportunities and customer expansion patterns. This information becomes valuable for structuring partnership agreements that incentivize partners to identify customers with expansion potential. Step 4 involves identifying the common firmographic, demographic, and psychographic characteristics shared by customers who purchase each solution. Look for partners in industry classifications, company sizes, geographic locations, job titles, reporting relationships, and behavioral preferences. Document at least 10 firmographic attributes and 10 persona attributes for each customer group. The more detailed your analysis, the more precisely you can identify partners who serve similar customers, and the more effectively those partners can identify qualified referral opportunities. Industry patterns often emerge quickly from this analysis. You may discover that 80% of your customers operate in 3 specific industries, even though you thought you served a much broader market. This insight helps you focus partnership development efforts on partners who serve those 3 industries rather than trying to build partnerships across all industries. Company size patterns provide insights about the operational complexity and decision-making processes of your ideal customers. Suppose your best customers consistently fall within specific revenue ranges or employee counts. In that case, you can target partners who serve companies within those ranges rather than partners who serve much larger or smaller companies. Geographic patterns reveal whether your solutions work best for local, regional, national, or international companies. This information helps you prioritize partnership opportunities based on geographic focus and service delivery capabilities. Demographic patterns within target companies help you understand who makes purchasing decisions and how to approach those decision makers effectively. If your best customers consistently involve chief financial officers in purchasing decisions, you need partners who have relationships with CFOs rather than partners who primarily work with other functional areas. Psychographic patterns reveal the attitudes and motivations that drive purchasing decisions within your ideal customer base. Suppose your best customers are early adopters who value innovation over proven track records. In that case, you need partners who serve similar forward-thinking companies rather than partners whose customers prefer established solutions. After completing this analysis, assign importance weights from 1 to 10 for each characteristic, with 10 representing the most critical attributes for defining your ideal customers. This weighting system helps you prioritize characteristics when evaluating potential partners and referral opportunities. The most essential characteristics should align with the attributes that most strongly predict customer success, profitability, and satisfaction. These become your non-negotiable criteria for partnership development and referral qualification. Recap and actionable steps. Your ideal customer profile serves as the foundation for every aspect of your partnership program, from identifying target partners to structuring partnership agreements and measuring program success. Companies that invest time in defining their ICP with precision build partnership programs that attract high-quality partners and generate predictable revenue growth. The reverse engineering approach provides the most accurate method for defining your ICP because it uses real customer data rather than assumptions about who you think you should serve. Your existing customers reveal patterns about the types of companies and people who benefit most from your solutions. Your ICP must include both firmographic characteristics that describe target companies and demographic, plus psychographic characteristics that describe decision makers within those companies. Partners need both types of information to identify and effectively qualify referral opportunities. Document your company's ICP by leveraging the reverse engineering process by listing your top 20 to 30 customers based on objective criteria such as total revenue, profit margins, and relationship quality. This customer list becomes the foundation for all subsequent analysis. Complete the 4-step reverse engineering process by identifying your core solutions, linking customers to solutions, and documenting common characteristics shared by customers in each solution group. Focus on identifying at least 10 firmographic attributes and 10 persona attributes for your most important customer segment. Prioritize your most profitable customer segment for initial partnership program development rather than trying to serve all customer segments simultaneously. This focused approach ensures that your partners understand exactly who to refer and why those referrals will benefit from your solutions. Your completed ICP becomes the critical input for the next chapter, where you will use this customer intelligence to identify your ideal partner profile and begin building your partnership ecosystem around the companies that serve your best customers in complementary ways. Thanks for listening. This has been Launch, the blueprint for building a profit-focused partnership program in 90 days. Written by Mark Brigman, PhD, founder and CEO of Partnernomics. Narrated by Matthew Longmire. Copyright 2025 by Mark Brigman, PhD.